Hello judges and welcome to the CheerCon 2012 Judges Training video. This video will discuss the score sheet along with the judges pack. Before we begin, I'd like to give you a very brief explanation of CheerCon's ideals. Our events attempt to set ourselves apart by doing two things very well. One is creating an exceptional warm-up and marshalling experience, and secondly, creating and implementing an accurate and accountable judging panel. We have spent a lot of time this season taking out the guesswork and subjectiveness that often comes along with judging these types of sporting events. The score sheet is based off a 300-point system. Some areas have bonus points available that will allow teams to reach maximum scores and possibly surpass the point allotment. Final scores are put into a percentage that allows all levels and divisions to be compared against each other relevant to their ability. This means we use a non-tiered scoring system. In addition, this encourages programs and teams to be in their appropriate level. Our percentages also now align to the IAS-ASF. Tumbling is worth 18.3%, building is worth 56.7%, choreography is 25%. First up on the score sheet is tumbling, specifically standing tumbling. 15 points are available, and this takes into account both execution and difficulty within the same scoring range. This creates what we call a sliding scale. For example, a level 3 team attempting half plus 1 double toe touch with immediate connection to 2 or more back handsprings would place them in the very high end of the scoring range, around 14 or 15. But should those back handsprings be incomplete, bent arms, or legs apart on landings, their score starts to drop down due to poor execution. Please note, half plus 1 and jumps prior to a specialty pass are needed in order to reach the high range. The same applies for running tumbling, with the exception of jumps. Synchronization is now a part of the tumbling score sheet and is worth 10 points. Each point is equal to 10%, which would represent a team who had only 10% of all standing and running tumbling in sync. Therefore, a score of 3 would represent 30%. Synchronization is also a sliding scale and takes into account how well skills are timed. For example, a team that had 40% of their tumbling synchronized and it was almost perfectly timed, their score would bump up to a 5 or even a 6, should it be warranted. The same applies if the timing was poor. It could lower to a 3. Please note that rippled skills or cannon skills are a part of synchronization. Jumps have 10 points available, and they are quite easy to score. They are split into basic and advanced jumps. Certain combinations of these will result in a difficulty score. See your judges pack for this rubric. This is also a sliding scale where execution can lower or increase your score. Quantity of skills versus number of athletes is looking for half the team attempting standing tumbling, running tumbling, and jumps. 1 point represents 10%, and a team maxes this area out if half the team attempts all 3 areas with level appropriate skills. If we apply this to a team of 20 members, if 5 athletes perform a level appropriate skill and the same 5 athletes perform it again, that is a total of 10 skills and therefore reach the 50% point. Now we move into building. First up is stunts, where there is 60 points available, 30 in execution and 30 in difficulty. First important point to draw your attention to is that execution takes into account bobbles and falls. There is no deduction sheet. For example, a bobble or loss of body position may only lower execution by 1 point, but continually bobbling or a fall to cradle may warrant 2 points lower for execution per occurrence. Illegal skills, whether intentional or not, are ignored and not judged. It neither hurts nor helps a team to perform out-of-level skills. Level appropriate skills are worth 4 points per occurrence. See your judges pack for a list of these skills. Skills performed of a level below have a lowered value by 1. For example, a level 5 team that performs full up to extension liberty by majority of groups receive 4 points. They then follow it up with a switch up to heel stretch. They receive 3 points because it is a level 4 skill and therefore 1 level below. Bonus points now come into play. They are awarded for body positions and single-based stunts. See your judges pack for a breakdown of these. Pyramids follow difficulty much in the same way as stunts. Difficulty is raised by completing level-appropriate skills. Mirrored or simultaneous skills only count as 1 per occurrence. Bonus points are awarded for each structure which needs to hold for a minimum of 2 counts. Creativity in stunts and pyramids is awarded later under choreography. Last but not least, in the building section, we have tosses. Execution for tosses is based on the height of the toss, how controlled the catch was, the flyer's body control, and non-inversions where the head does not go below the waist during the toss or the cradle. Difficulty in tosses is based on level-appropriate skills and a majority of them shown. Maximum points are awarded only when the most difficult level-appropriate basket is performed by the entire squad, and a variety is also shown throughout the routine. Quantity versus athletes in stunts is not percentage-based. We take the amount of athletes on the floor and the average amount of stunts, pyramids, and tosses put up to produce a score which is listed along the top. The grayed out section also shows the amount of stunts or tosses needed to reach a majority. Lastly, we have choreography. This consists of motions, formations, dance, transitions, stunts, creativity in pyramid and in stunts, and an overall rating. Excluding dance, the remaining sections have no set criteria. Instead, it is based off your personal opinion, knowledge, and experience. The last overall is your final rating of the routine out of 10. All judges will be asked to judge choreography along with either tumbling or building. Thank you for your time, everyone, and hopefully this helps the panel run smoothly and accurately throughout the day.